You're at the Minarik Guitars NAMM booth 2016. We'd like to show you some of the products we have going on here at the show. Let's go ahead and start with one of our multi-neck guitars that we're known for. Trinity triple neck. We're known for multi-neck designs, especially ones that are studio quality, studio caliber instruments. I'm going to flip this around to start to the back of the guitar before we get to the bling. As you can see, this is a triple neck through. All three of these necks go through the entire body. Okay, as most companies, when they're doing multi-necks, they'll be dovetails or bolt-on, very cheap, and they don't sound very good. These are completely independent of each other in terms of the tunability. You tune the top neck, it's not going to affect the intonation of the middle neck because they're solid individual pieces. So absolutely studio right now. As far as the bling, it's got the Three Sisters fretboard and a headstock and body inlay. At the top you've got a pixie with some bird, seagulls, and an angel at the headstock. And during the middle, the pixie and the mermaid are discovering each other. And as you go down through the neck, it turns into an ocean scene with a beautiful mermaid inlay and switch and knob covers done in a shadow brass mermaid design. The color of the guitar is a multicolor, starting with an ocean blue at the bottom and transitioning to an aqua green, trying to represent the light filter through the water of an ocean area. So a lot of attention to detail on this. We've got a 6-string neck, standard 6-string guitar, 12-string in the middle, and on the bottom we have a Nashville tune 6-string with all the high strings off of 12 for you know, recording purposes and live. So you can accompany a regular guitarist with this and actually add something unique to the sonic register. So this is it's not cheap, but if you want the best, you have to pay. And this is certainly something, one of the most photographed guitars we'll have here at the booth. Let me put this down, we'll move to another one. Okay, let's move over to our new model, the Obscura. An Obscura model, brand new for 2016. It's incorporating a lot of unique design features that you're only going to see on a Minarik. Let's start with the inlay. We're known for incredible inlay work. This one is Spreier. It's a Norse mythology. It goes starting from the headstock, tells a story that actually moves right through the nut, onto the fretboard, and down to the bass, with all of the signature animals and accompanying cast that you would see in that story. Incredible details, multiple materials used in this: woods, shells, pearls, metals, precious and otherwise. There's no limits on how detailed we will get on the inlay. Now, we have one of the premier inlay artists in the world that work for our company, Guitar. She works for Minarik, and as you can see, you will not find any inlay in the world finer than what you will find on a Minarik. And Arlene is just an absolute master in the industry, and it's just great having her with the company. As far as the body, this is an example of thinking outside the box. You look at the design and everybody sees wicked and, you know, devil, a demon. It is not that at all. The way I came about this was on a field trip to a shipyard. I looked at a ship's anchor and I saw a guitar instead of a ship anchor. I came home and came up with these designs, and if you can look at the body here, this guitar is basically 2 ship's anchors stacked on top of each other. So this is actually a nautical design, not anything to do with anything wicked or demons or anything. Now I know everybody's mind works differently, which is why I do all the design here. I look at things and see things that other people don't, and this is proof. Now it's got a multi-dimensional top, as you can see from the side. It's elevated to enhance, of course visually, it's just going to make it more satisfying for your eyes. It's more to get your brain around. But as far as the designing it, it's actually a trick. You can see with the tail pushed over to the right side, intuitively with a Minarik tone tail engineering, you would think this guitar is weighted towards a more high-end treble-y sound. Well, that would be true if we were just dealing with the outside shape, where there's less wood on the left for the bass frequencies and more on the right. Well, on the inside of this body, the whole right side of the guitar is chambered. The left side is still solid. So on the inside, it actually incorporates Minarik's tone tail engineering of more wood on the left for the bass frequencies, more high-end frequencies on the right. But visually on the outside, you would think it's the opposite, but it's not. It has everything just where you can't see it, but you will hear it. And when you strum it, you'll be like, yeah, this has the sound, the vibration, and the feel of a Minarik design. So we're really proud of this. The first time we've shown this, I'll flip it over here. It's just beautiful guitar, front and back. Just a joy to play, and obviously it doesn't look like anything else you're going to see. We set this down and we'll jump to one last guitar, one of the acoustics. This is one of our tone tail acoustics. You can see this design cue here on the bottom. That's something we use on our electrics as well. It's a Minarik trademark. And this one is an Alice in Wonderland Jumbo 12-string cutaway. It's got a koa wood back and side with extensive D45 abalone on all the glue seams. You're seeing some of the inlay work on the back that ties in with the Alice in Wonderland design on the front, which is extreme. You got the Minarik M on the cap. You've got a dark burst up on the top. Multiple laminate on the neck, on the back for detail and strength. I'm going to turn this back around. Something we like to do with our over-the-top and expensive art guitars is find some of the best oil painters in the world and have them use our guitars as a canvas. So we put, on this is an Adirondack spruce top that has a hand-done oil painting as a pictorial of Alice in Wonderland. In addition to just an incredibly wonderfully done oil painting, we have an inset. An inlay is blended in with it. That rabbit and Alice are an actual mother of pearl inlay that is recessed into the body that comes across a sound hole. So it's actually blended, which then connects into the fretboard, which is another, extremely detailed pictorial of Alice in Wonderland story. And we're not using artwork that's Disney-esque. This is original style. It's a little darker, more true to the original Alice in Wonderland story style. So it's a little more gritty, and the artwork is it has a little more bite to it instead of being used to the sweet and saccharine sweet type of artwork you're used to seeing with this. This is more in tune to the original, which I really like much better. All I can say is it sounds incredible, and can you imagine the look when you pull this out of the case at a show or at your house or in your living room, wherever it is you keep your guitars. One of the most photographed instruments at the show. So very proud of this, and always a pleasure to be able to show this off to people out there on the internet or television, wherever you're seeing this broadcast. There's one other instrument that sadly Lemmy from Motorhead passed away this year, and he's a dear friend of Minarik Guitars and has been working with us on many instruments. We actually have one to show you if you have the time. Let's walk around the corner and I'll tell you the story behind that. We haven't released this to anyone yet. This is the first time we've been able to share this with the world. So let's take a walk over here and take a look. You can do a quick close-up on this poster right here. That was taken in the studio the middle of last year. Lemmy and Motorhead were making their last album. They had us into the studio. He jammed this bass during the recording of their album. He approved it, we nailed it, and we were ready to go for production on a signature model for him, and this is the one right here. Now, we want to show much respect to their management and the estate. So we're going to be working with them to get this bass out into a production and get it into people's hands. Lemmy was involved in this from top to bottom. Design, sound, how it was laid out, pickups, everything. And I will tell you, and we have video to back this up, when he took this and played it while they were in the studio, he looked up at the producer and said, "Do you hear this blanking thing? Oh my God." And the producer goes, "Yeah, this sounds amazing." It was thumbs up, and believe me, I was glad to hear it because we certainly worked really hard on this. This is the one that was in his hands and the prototype, and he signed off that we're ready to go. It's a monster sounding bass. He was specific on the way he wanted the inlay done. Everything about this is Lemmy approved in terms of sonically, how it feels, the weight, balance, everything. It's a real pleasure to be able to show this to everybody. No one's seen this bass. No, we've been keeping it under wraps. We've been working with him for over a year and a half to get this made just right. So it's sad that he's not here, but it's really a blessing that he was able to put an instrument out to the world that he's like, this has the sound that says me, Lemmy, and we were fortunate enough to be the one he chose to do it. So it's a Medusa model from Minarik, the Lemmy signature version. So we're hoping to be able to get that out to the public so they can own and play one and sonically hear what he was hearing when he wrote his bass lines and wrote the songs. But I appreciate you letting me talk to you about this, and I'm glad to finally be able to show this off to everybody. Just a beautiful instrument. I certainly appreciate you taking some time to talk to me here at the 2016 Minarik Guitars booth. Please come on down. We've got it here until Sunday. And if you do have any questions, you can reach us at the website, minarikguitars.com, and have an outstanding day.